One of the things that is the most important question to ask about your film is, who is it for? Who is your core audience? Who are you making it for? We all make our films in one way or another for ourselves. However, a film is not meant to be just made for the sake of making it. It's like that old adage, if a tree falls in the wilderness and nobody's there to see it, does it make a sound? Well, if your film is being made with no audience to view it, what's the success of this film? And when I talk about success, I'm not talking necessarily about box office or views, clicks, likes, shares, subscribes. But what I am saying is that your film is meant to be seen. And if you know who your audience is, who it's made for, then you have a much better chance of getting your project seen. Let's dig into it. So just for clarity, this video is not a how-to or strategy or a guarantee of any sort to get your film seen any more widely than it would have anyway. But what it is more of a, what would you call it, a thought exercise as to how to make sure that your audience is woven into the fabric of the film that you're making. I guess the easiest way to do this is to talk about my own personal experience making my latest film, PowerNomics, based on the life and work of Dr. Claud Anderson. Dr. Claud is an educator, a businessman, a former political strategist. The most famous book of his, PowerNomics, for which this documentary is named, is and has been a bestseller in the Black community for over 35 years. As I've told people about this film, the reactions I've gotten have been quite impressive. There are people that are over the moon to know that there's finally a documentary being made about this preeminent figure in thought leadership and economic empowerment. For those who are not aware of Dr. Claud, it's an opportunity to make them aware of an individual who I think many people should know of. Now, this creates a dividing line between your core audience and then those who would be coming into this information. Now, you don't make it as a wide swath for everybody because that's casting too wide of a net. But when your core audience is energized about this topic, then they will sow the seeds, communicating it to the rest of the world in a way that newcomers might be made aware of your project as well. Story time. Enter Charlamagne the God. So you would know Charlamagne from being one of the hosts of the nationally syndicated radio show, The Breakfast Club, on Power 105 here in New York City. Charlamagne is a strong devotee of Dr. Claud, and that's actually how I learned about Dr. Claud's existence, from an episode that featured him on The Breakfast Club back in 2020. But I didn't meet or speak to Charlamagne until well after I'd already interviewed Dr. Claud himself. That's when I learned that they really did have a deep connection beyond just the appearance on The Breakfast Club. There was actually a relationship there that could be potentially utilized for the sake of getting this film more traction. Now, Charlamagne was instrumental in getting me a meeting with Troy Millings and Rashad Bilal from Earn Your Leisure. Earn Your Leisure is a revolutionary media platform that gives rise to emerging and established content creators from the world of business, finance, and entrepreneurship, whose perspective, expertise, and in-depth insight has been undervalued or overlooked. But at its core, EYL's ultimate purpose is to build. Earn Your Leisure has over 2 million followers across platforms, and they also happen to host the world's largest financial literacy conference, InvestFest, in Atlanta, with this year over 35,000 in attendance. Troy and Rashad have worked extremely hard over the past 5 years to build a core audience of people who are extremely interested in financial literacy, which is the core of my film. So, what did I do? I got up the nerve to ask them if I could be a presenter at InvestFest in 2025 and show clips of the PowerNomics film to their captive audience, and they graciously said yes. So this year, in 2025, I was a presenter at InvestFest 25 in Atlanta, showing 20-minute clips of PowerNomics based on the life and work of Dr. Claud Anderson to an audience of thousands who were the key people who were interested in seeing this film in the first place. So this amazing opportunity to speak at InvestFest was key, and it was very vital for me to be able to show the film to its core audience so they can help shepherd it along the way as I continue to keep them updated on the release of the film. These are the same people who share a passion for Dr. Claud Anderson and PowerNomics in the first place. So the opportunity to speak with them, as offered by Troy and Rashad, as shepherded by Charlamagne, as articulated in the core principles of the film, is one big cyclical connection that helps get PowerNomics out into the world. And so, I encourage you in the same way to think about these core individuals along with your core audience who are vital to the life of and the furtherance of your film. Because what's the point of making your film if no one but you and your loved ones are going to see it? You are not an island unto yourself. Think about how you can leverage social media. Think about how you can leverage your relationships. Think about how you can leverage your voice, your platform. Or if you're not even on social media, who do you know that can get you in touch with the person that you need to get in touch with to help carry your film into a position of visibility that you couldn't have done by yourself? Now, please do not mistake this condensed version of the story to make it seem like this was quick, easy, or effortless. It was not. But that's a much longer story for another time. The kernel of it is that you too can find these people that will make your film more visible, amplified, and accessible to the exact people that you want and need to see it. I will say this though, I firmly believe that a strong idea with the right endorsement can go to unimaginable heights if these relationships are executed properly based on the strength of the idea that you have and the excellence of your execution in making it. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to subscribe, to click, to like, to share along, and remember, look and live, y'all.